Welcome everyone to today's session of the Logos Dev Club. I am Chair. I am here to prop you up. I will be hosting the stream today. With me today is Stavros, one of the winners from the very recent RealFi Hackathon, which Logos and Tor contributed bounties towards. If you do not yet follow Logos and subscribe to Logos, as we implore you to immediately go forth and press subscribe on notifications everywhere. Like, share, retweet, and engage if you have questions about what you are about to see. And I suspect you will, if you're paying attention. And you can use the chat wherever you are watching, whether it be YouTube or X. We are live in both locations. Please submit any queries or feedback or comments, as Stavros will take us through his award-winning project. We will stick around for a little bit of Q&A, and I'll have some follow-up afterwards. But let's not delay. Let's get right into it. Welcome, Stavros. Thank you for coming. How are you?
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm excited about it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you doxed my real name. No, it's all good. The RealFi Hackathon was about a week ago. It did last about 3 weeks, and people had an opportunity to go deep on the integrations and certainly the Logos and Freedom Tech sort of package that we were encouraging people to play around with. Your project, Hidden Pay, was one of the standouts that came out of the hackathon. Everyone is quite excited about it, so I'm very happy to have you. And no more bloviating and vamping from me. I'll turn the call over to you, Stavros, and please take us through.
Cool. I guess you can see my screen. So am I unmuted? Okay, yes, I am. Okay. So imagine you have a user, you have a service, and the user needs to pay for the service. Imagine you are a crypto dude or girl, and you want to pay using crypto, and you want to do it privately. Cool. So we have Zec for that. We have Railgun. I guess you can do it like that, especially when it's a one-off transaction, when you don't do it often enough, because it takes a little bit of time. You have to do it manually. The question is, how can we make paying with privacy a more of an everyday thing, or make it so you have a subscription and you just pay with privacy, or you have a GPT like OpenAI and you pay with privacy as you use it, so it's paying as you use. So Hidden Pay is, I guess, like a proof of concept, a potential solution to that problem. And we don't reinvent anything in Hidden Pay. We just use payment channels, which have been used for a long time in the crypto space. But the SDK, the Hidden Pay SDK, makes sure that no privacy is leaked in any way. So this is like a diagram I've made real quickly. But essentially, the user funds a Railgun wallet, and this is done one time. And you have the Hidden Pay SDK run by the user. So this could be a wallet, this could be on a DApp. You have the Hidden Pay SDK run on the service end. So this, imagine you're hosting your own Llama GPT service. You can adapt your endpoint to also use Hidden Pay SDK. And the way it works is that as the user uses your service, it sends tickets, which are off-chain proofs that you're paying for a certain amount of usage. And the service can then verify that and fulfill your request. So I will now go ahead and give you guys a demo. So first of all, to make this run, I'm just gonna go back here real quick. We have to first use the Hidden Pay SDK on the user end, the Hidden Pay SDK on the service end. And we would do that by, in the GitHub repo, I have this service folder, which essentially does that. Right now, it will pretend to be both the user and the service, as this was a proof of concept. So it does both in one instance. And what the service does is essentially it generates tickets. So this is the user generating the tickets, and the service validates the tickets, and then also can claim the tickets to get the funds. For this example, for this demo, I will pretend to be an RPC provider. So imagine I'm running my own Ethereum nodes, and I want people to pay me with privacy. So I'm just going to use now a proxy to do that. I'm not really running an Ethereum node on my M1. So this on the right side pretends to be an Ethereum node. And now we come to the part where, so we're using the Hidden SDK, yeah, and we also need to have the app that uses the Hidden SDK. So in our example, since we want to do RPC requests, what I've built is for this hackathon is a Tor provider, which is essentially a way to use RPC through Tor. And I'm going to run it on the user end. And, oh no, this was the service end and then the user end. And now if you see here on the service end, we have an onion address. So the whole point of this example is that the user can make a request for RPC to a hidden service using a Tor, and the
Starbucks.
user can pay privately. Yes?
Are you sharing the correct screen still? Just wanted to double check. We still see the
It should be the
diagram?
VS Code.
No, we do.
No, it's not.
We see the diagram still.
Okay, that's not cool.
All good.
Let me restart it.
All good. And we can welcome Václav in as we iron out the views.
Okay, here we are.
Alrighty, let's see what's happened.
I will restart this part.
All good.
Yeah. So now you should be seeing the editor. Is that right?
Looks good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So I will just quickly go through it again. So we need to first run the service, which essentially what this does is that it will. So when you use Hidden Pay SDK, you have the service and the user running the instance, and the service needs to validate tickets and the user needs to generate the tickets. So this service folder in the submission essentially does that. It does it all in one, as this is a demo. So it pretends to be both the user and the service. And as you can see here, it exposes some endpoints to generate tickets and to validate tickets. Also, for this example, I'm going to pretend to be an RPC provider. So I will be running locally an RPC proxy, which I'm not really running the RPC node, but proxying. And now I will be running the DApp for that essentially uses Hidden Pay. So this is something I've made for the hackathon. It essentially allows you to host a Tor RPC node, so you can if you have an RPC node running on your computer, you can make a hidden service for it and share it through Tor. So the service needs to run this, and also the user so to access it. So I'm running that as well. Okay, and now so on the left side it's a service. So the service has an onion address, which the user will then use to make a request with. So if I go now here, I have this ready already. So now the user can make, for example, this care request. And I hope it works. Yeah, okay, it did work. I got an error here, I don't know why, but this is the response. This essentially makes a request to get the latest block number. And when we go back to our hidden pay SDK, we can see that there was a ticket generated by the user and a ticket validated by the service. And now I'm going to share another screen here. And now the goal is that we take this RPC URL that has the hidden endpoint on and is run through hidden pay. We add it into MetaMask. So I have it set up already here. And when we do that, then I can then go back to VS Code. Here. And then you can see there's a bunch of traffic going on because it's using MetaMask, and MetaMask makes all of these requests. So we can see that there is a bunch of tickets being generated, validated. Yes? It's not showing
You're
now?
not sharing.
Okay.
There's nothing.
We
And
have
my
lost
microphone disconnected, so I couldn't tell you earlier. Didn't work.
Is it okay now?
We're back.
All right. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, what I was saying is that so we added the RPC URL on MetaMask, and now we can see a bunch of tickets being generated and a bunch of tickets being validated. So these are all the requests that are being made by MetaMask. And as you can see, the balance is growing every time. And the service can at any time just claim the funds. And the funds will be sent directly to the service's Railgun wallet. And one last thing, I'm going to have to try sharing my screen again to a different window. Okay. Does this work now? Should be on Figma.
You're good.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so the dream is that we sort of like find a way to normalize this, and we just have a pay with privacy option. So a user sends just one time a transaction to a smart contract with a bunch of funds, and then the user can use that pool to pay for a lot of things without needing to make manual transactions. And yeah, this is the dream essentially. Cool.
Nice.
One thing can you elaborate on what that ticket is and how it's created and what does it like contain from the perspective of that I can create a ticket without submitting a transaction and then I give it to the service and the service can withdraw the ticket. So how does that? What's the ticket? Is it like a zero knowledge proof or is it something else?
Yeah. So in payment, so payment channels is it's an old tech. It's used throughout, and there are multiple ways that you can make a payment ticket, and it really depends on your use case. in the demo and in the proof of concept, I have the most simple payment scheme, which is essentially incremental. So every time you make a new ticket, it's basically a new ticket with more amount in it. And the way it works is that you have a smart contract where a user sends money and has certain funds in that smart contract. And when I send a payment ticket, it essentially says, this is how much money I'm sending you. I'm sending it to this address. This is the nonce, which is important to indicate that this is a new ticket. And then it gets signed with the users like a public key and a private key, sorry, and send to the service. So the service now can see, okay, I have this message. It has these parameters. Then the service can validate and see, okay, on chain, is this true? Does he have those funds? And can be sure that this ticket is valid. And one last thing on the tickets is that depending on the use case, you may want to change the ticket format. So for example, if this would be used, for example, for bandwidth, which is quite a lot of, it will require a lot of tickets basically. What you can do is have probabilistic payment channels to solve that. So I imagine that when this project matures, there will be multiple options on how the service wants to be receiving the tickets.
What are the if there any next steps that you would like to undertake as you perhaps bring the app more closely, as I bring Václav back, more close to production? Or is there, let's say, like next week and into next month in terms of development for the app? But it's okay if there's no plans.
Yeah, like what I would like to do is make a few more examples on how this can be used, because right now I'm essentially using only the only example that I have is with Tor. So the tickets are sent through the headers. I think there is some, like, maybe we can have like a chat app using Wagyu that sends payments through Wagyu. There is some fun stuff to do there, but most importantly, it would be to build the SDK, because right now it's I'm using like a RESTful API to be an SDK, which should not be the case. So build a real SDK, that would be the next milestone. I don't know when, but I would like to do that.
Well, even just the integrations alone are quite exciting between Tor, Railgun, Logos. These are the ingredients that we like to see people cooking with. Václav,
I have ideas.
Do you care to share at this time?
I have ideas for what we could. No, of course. Maybe someone will pick it up and help you with that. So there is obviously a few things that you can just do with Vaku, like paying for Vaku services. And I know you're talking to the research team already. But we have the logo storage or codecs, right? So paying for storage privately is another one. And then there is one use case that we've been looking into from Baku's side, and we've been talking to people about, and that's basically AI inference, right? And so one way of thinking about that is that you don't want to like, you want to use Waku for discovering the inference nodes. Then you select one based on their capabilities that they advertise, and then you need to talk to them either directly or over some mixnet, but you also have to pay them somehow, right? And so this would be also a great way. And even if you think about things like Venice AI, which at that front is centralized because they need to verify that you have the API access, right? And so they do it based on you holding some special token called DM. And as you are using the API, your daily kind of allowance of the DM is decreasing. But you could also every day kind of have this allowance in the payment channel, and then as you talk directly to the inference node rather than to some centralized proxy on the way that is doing this on the Venice AI side, you could talk directly to the inference node that gets directly paid from that payment channel, which kind of recovers itself every day based on the kind of compute pricing and whatnot, right? So this is something we've been talking with Nilian actually. I would been talking to the Nilian guys about like, hey, can we try to like access Nil GPT over Waku so that it's more private? And so this would be an interesting experiment where we actually do it, and then we can also actually pay for that. So that's something we can try to play around with the Nilian guys. Well, if you want to build some more crazy integrations.
Always down for crazy.
Crazy private, crazy shielded, crazy unleaking of data we don't want leaking. How crazy would that be? Well, Stavros, I'm very excited to see where this goes. The package of, or the group of submissions that the standout projects coming out of the RealFi Hackathon are very exciting. We will be partnering with Tor. Logos will be partnering with Tor again in the very near future for another hackathon. So I'm excited to see what the progress will be from the past participants and what evolution might come forward as we barrel forward. Again, audience out there, this is your last chance to drop a question. If you have a question for Stavros or about the Logos stack or the RealFi Hackathon in general, you have about 60 seconds to get it in. But otherwise, if you are less than familiar with Logos, I do implore you to go to logos.co and begin your indoctrination. Check out the manifesto, check out the family of protocols that exist under Logos and all of the other family member applications, protocols, products, networks, public goods that exist under the umbrella. There is more than enough for a day, week, month, year for you to get deep into. Václav, what's up?
I obviously joined late, but have you talked about that we are doing a giveaway for DEF CON tickets?
Oh, no, I did not.
So that's one thing I wanted to mention. So we are doing giveaway of 5 tickets for DEF Connect, not DEF Con, DEF Connect, in Buenos Aires, basically in a week, right? And we are also doing an event there, Peer-to-Peer Hacker Lounge, it's called. So one of the tasks for that giveaway is to join the Luma event, the Luma invitation. And so it would be also great if you actually came there, if you join, because one of the guests that we will have is Stavros, who will demo this there as well, and so you can talk to him about what else we can do with the. So is it hidden payment channels or is it shielded micropay, or did you rename it?
None of those. It's hidden pay.
None of them. It's just hidden pay. Okay, so okay. So yeah, so if you want to talk about hidden pay, if you want to contribute, if you want to figure out what's the plan, then you should sign up and come to Peer-to-Peer Hacker Lounge. And as part of that, you can also win a DEF Connect ticket based on what Chair is sharing right now on the screen.
You see it right in front of you, folks. Waku_org on X. Find the tweet. You see it there. Sign up via the Luma. Give us some information via your favorite privacy projects, and or perhaps you'd rather pay for your tickets and you don't want Logos and Waku to cover your admission, then ignore this completely. But if you are coming to Dev Connect and if you have not yet purchased your ticket, or perhaps you need an extra one, let us know via the path in front of you. Václav, you'll be at Dev Connect, won't you?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. I'll have a workshop at Finding the Commons conference. I'll be definitely at this Peer-to-Peer Hacker Lounge event. I'll be probably speaking there in some form or another. I will definitely be hacking there. Some vibe coding maybe we can do. Yeah, and I guess there are other events. Cypherpunk Congress by Web3 Privacy now. Privacy Hub at DevConnect. Connect. I'll be part of that as well. So it's going to be a busy week. I'm very much looking forward to that.
The Railgun event will be exciting as well. I'm sure that one was on my radar.
Yes, as they usually are.
Oh, I hope they wear their fancy suits. Pinstripes. Everyone looks good in pinstripes.
I mean, they promised me the suit. I have to think.
I'm a 40 regular. Just putting that out there. Just in case.
Just saying.
I have I don't know, average sized arms for a 5'7" foot tall person, which is average. If you are at DevConnect, it is your mission, it is your duty to find Václav and Stavros and query them about what you have just seen, and ask Václav for a 3D printed goodie or two. I'm positive that he will have them on him. Last words, folks. Parting shots. Stavros, anything you'd like to ask the people to do? Perhaps there's a demo link that they can use, or maybe not yet. Is there a repository perhaps that they can visit?
At the event?
No, I mean for hidden.
Yeah, just thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun working on this.
Absolutely. Thank you for participating. Everyone else out there, there will be more hackathon opportunities for you to stack the privacy protocols on top of each other and come up with something useful. We are looking for tools. Actually, one of the motivations from this hackathon, and I think from the group of this past hackathon, the RealFi hackathon, and there will be another one coming up soon, was tooling that we can use internally within Logos immediately. And that is still very much something that we need. And if people are looking to get their hands dirty with this tech, that is where you can get started if you need some sort of motivation and join the Logos communities across the web. There is the forum at forum.logos.co. There is the Discord, discord.gg/Logos Network, all one word. Follow on X, subscribe on YouTube. There will be content coming at you frequently and hard. And we are excited about 2026 and beyond. And I think you will too. So check out Logos, follow along, participate, hack. Of course, everything you do matters, but you already knew that. Well, if there is no further information to embark upon the people, we will gracefully sign off. That is Václav down there. That's Stavros over there. I am Chair. Logos.co is your destination. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone, and we will see you very soon. Mahalo.